I never touched drugs. I barely drank, never smoked. It was my first year of college. It was like the third day of school. I went through high school, never touched drugs. I was so against it, so opposed. But there was this boy and he's all like, I think you should try this. We're standing outside by the, I don't even care, by the G-Wing, between classes. He lights up a joint. I have one puff. I felt like I was in this bubble and everybody hated me. It was so traumatizing. But as soon as I came down, I realized that was pretty cool. I think I want more. I was doing drugs 2 or 3 times a week. I just started with pot, and then I was introduced to ecstasy. Did that a few times. The turning point was when me and this guy actually broke up. I was pretty depressed, and one of my coworkers, who shall remain nameless, he was a huge drug addict, and we were both living in residence at the time, so he invited me to his room. The last thing I remember was taking a hit off of his bong. Over the next month and a half, I have practically no memory. I was doing 2 bowls of salvia a day, 2 bowls of pot a day, ketamine 3 or 4 times a week, ecstasy 3 or 4 times a week. I just did not care. All I wanted to do was get high and not deal with anything, because I was so depressed, and I was doing really poorly in school, and then things got really bad. I got in a little bit of trouble and almost got expelled. I remember sitting in the woods just consuming all this stuff and going, I want to die, this is terrible. And I was doing favors for drugs, kind of embarrassing. And then I got with this other guy who, he wasn't really into the hard stuff, but he smoked a lot of pot. He had this huge grow operation, so we were just doing that all the time. I remember we'd be sitting in my dorm room, couldn't even see the walls. My roommates in the other room screaming at me because they can smell it all the way down the hall. It was the first day of summer vacation. My parents didn't know I had a problem, so because I was so broke, I had to leave Oakville and go back home for the summer. And I was lying on my couch and I was trying to detox myself because I purposely cut off all my connections for the summer because I didn't want my family to know. And I was so sick. And people say you can't get addicted to pot and salvia. That's wrong. Your system becomes so dependent on that high. Like, I needed it to feel normal, so I felt just crazy. And then I was trying to find a job and trying to explain to my mom, no, I'm just sick. And I think she knew what was going on, but I just remember thinking, I don't ever want to go through this detox again, so I really have to reassess. They knew better because my relationship with my parents is actually very strained. Right now we're not even talking, so it was just this thing like, I haven't spoken to you in a long time, you haven't spoken to me in a long time, we fight every day, I need a place to live for 4 months, we're just gonna get through this. So if they did have any suspicions, they never said anything. I cannot quit. Like, if you offer me a joint, I'll take it. You offer me a line of K, I'll do it. You offer me a tabby, I'll do it. That's why I've had to cut off a lot of friends. Like, I don't talk to any of my dealers anymore. Few of my drug buddies I do still speak to, they know not to talk about it around me because I'll do it. It's just, I have an addicting personality, so I can't help myself. There was this guy, I don't remember exactly where he fit in the chronology of where I was talking before, but we were friends. We met through my program actually, and he's the one who really got me in the K. There was one incident where we were high and he actually raped me, but I was so fucked up on the drugs I didn't even care. I just didn't care when I found out. That's how bad it was. It just messes with your mind. Like, I'd wake up every day, do a bowl of salvia, come to school, cracked it in my mind. Like, that stuff, it doesn't affect everybody, but it always did something for me. Be at school, smoke a joint behind the G-Wing, do my other classes, go to Connection, get drunk, keep going to class, come home, smoke another bowl, do my homework, pass out, get back up. Like, it just became such a routine, you know? But my biggest fear, and this is obviously wouldn't occur to a male audience, is I want to have children someday. And my biggest fear is, have I somehow ruined, you know, because like girls, like your eggs are in there. So if I have a child who's deformed, or if heaven forbid I cannot have children, that would just be the one biggest terrifying thing for me, which is probably another reason why I eventually kind of stopped, because that dawned on me. Go back to your roots, to where you were before this all began, and just kind of try to build from that. Like, yoga, meditation, writing poetry, even silly things like every couple of months I get my hair done or just to make myself feel pretty. Just find something that used to make you happy and then let it make you happy again so you can move on and move past all that.